Hey English learners, welcome back to Spark and Speak, your favorite place to learn real English. Today we are not only talking about English today, we are talking about your whole future. The future you keep saying you will build one day. The one you keep pushing to next month, next year, when your English gets better, when life feels a little easier. I have something to share with you today that might change how you see everything. Not just your English journey, your whole life. So get comfortable, put your headphones on if you want, because this one is going to be worth every minute. Let me paint you a picture. You live somewhere in Europe, maybe Germany, maybe Spain, maybe Poland. You go to work, you go to the supermarket, you live your daily life, and somewhere in your bag or on your phone there is an English course you started, maybe 3 months ago. Maybe 3 years ago. You tell yourself, next week I will start speaking practice. Next month I will finally join that English conversation group. When I feel more confident, I will speak up in that meeting. And then next week comes, and next month comes. And somehow it still feels like the wrong time. Here is something interesting. Researchers who study human behavior found that most adults procrastinate for at least 1 hour every single day. Not because they are lazy people. Researchers now believe procrastination is not really about managing time. It is about managing feelings. We delay things that make us feel nervous or unsure, even when we know they are good for us. Do you see yourself in that? I certainly do. I have delayed things I truly wanted simply because the feeling of starting felt uncomfortable. And here is another interesting thing. Every January, millions of people around the world make a resolution to change something, to learn a new skill, to speak better English. And study after study shows that most of these people quietly give up within a few weeks. Not on day one, not because they stopped caring. They give up on an ordinary Tuesday or Wednesday when the excitement fades and the real work begins. This tells us something important. The problem is almost never motivation. Motivation always fades. The problem is what you do after the motivation is gone. So today we are talking about how to make your own future. Not by waiting for the perfect feeling, not by waiting for permission, but by building it quietly, day by day, starting with your English and stretching into every part of your life. Point 1. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to speak. Here is a mistake I see all the time. People wait until they feel ready before they say one single sentence out loud in English. They think, I need more vocabulary first. I need better grammar first. I need to watch a few more lessons first. Then I will speak. But here is the truth. Nobody tells you. The perfect moment never comes. There will always be a word you do not know. There will always be a small mistake waiting to happen. There will always be a little voice in your head saying, not yet. Picture this. A woman named Anna lives in Krakow. She has 3 notebooks full of English words. She has watched hundreds of videos. But for 2 years, she has never spoken one full sentence out loud to a real person. Not to her neighbor, not to a tourist asking for directions, not even to herself in the mirror. Anna is not lazy. Anna is waiting for a feeling that will never arrive on its own. If you want to speak English with confidence, you cannot wait until fear disappears. You have to speak while the fear is still there. Order your coffee in English, even if your accent feels heavy. Say hello to your neighbor in English, even if you mix up a word. Answer one question in that work meeting, even if your heart is beating fast. Small action, done today, is worth more than a perfect plan you never start. Point 2. Become the English speaker your future needs. Let me ask you something. When someone asks what you are doing, do you say, I am learning English, or do you say, I am becoming an English speaker? These 2 sentences sound similar, but they are not the same. One describes an activity, the other describes a person you are turning into, and the person you believe you are becoming shapes what you do every single day. Think about two people in the same English class. Both use the same book. Both have the same teacher. One of them still says, "I am just someone trying to learn English." The other one says, "I am becoming a confident English speaker, one day at a time." The second person starts speaking to strangers on the street. The second person starts writing small notes to themselves in English. The second person starts changing their phone language to English. Not because it is easy, but because that is what an English speaker does. Your future English does not need the same tired habits you have used for years. It needs a stronger version of you. A version who practices even on tired days. A version who does not quit after one bad conversation. So every morning, ask yourself one simple question. What would a confident English speaker do today? Then go do that one thing, even if it is small. Point 3. Take responsibility for your own English journey. So many learners tell me the same story. I do not have time. My country does not use English much. My teacher was not good. I did not get the right chance. Listen, some of that might even be true. Life is not always fair. Some people really do get better resources than others. But here is what I have learned. Blaming your situation will never build your future. It only keeps you standing exactly where you are. Think about your average day. How many minutes do you spend scrolling through your phone in your own language? How many minutes do you spend on conversations that do not really matter? Now, compare that to how many minutes you spend actually practicing English out loud. You do not need a perfect teacher or a perfect country to improve. You need 10 honest minutes a day that belong only to your English. Listen to one podcast on your commute. Say your daily plan out loud in English while you make your coffee. Watch one video without subtitles and try to catch the meaning. The moment you stop saying, "This is not my fault," and start saying, "This is my responsibility," something shifts. You stop waiting for someone to hand you fluency. You start building it yourself, piece by piece. Point 4. Make your daily habits stronger than your excuses. Your English future is not created in one big 3-hour study session on a Sunday. It is created in tiny, ordinary moments repeated over and over. Remember what I told you earlier about people giving up on their goals within a few weeks. Do you know why that happens so often? Because people try to change everything at once. They try to study for 2 hours a day starting Monday, and by Thursday they are exhausted and they quit completely. The people who actually become fluent do something different. They protect small, boring, repeatable habits. 10 minutes of speaking practice, 1 page of reading, 1 new phrase written down and used in a real sentence. I have watched learners who listened to English podcasts for just 10 minutes a day, every single day, for 1 year. At the start, they could barely follow along. 12 months later, they were holding full conversations with native speakers, not because they were talented, because they showed up on the boring days too, not only on the exciting ones. Your excuse will say, "I am too tired today." Your habit needs to say, 10 minutes, that is all. Let us go anyway. Your excuse will say, "I will start Monday." Your habit needs to say, "Start with this sentence, right now." Small steps look weak in the beginning, but repeated every day, they quietly turn into fluency, into confidence, into a completely different future. Point 5. Choose your vision, not your fear. Fear is loud. Fear will always find something to say. What if I make a mistake in front of my coworkers? What if people laugh at my accent? What if I am simply not good enough at this language? Here is something worth remembering. Almost everyone who feels unsure about a task still avoids it for a while. And research on this exact habit shows most people admit it actually makes them feel worse afterward, not better. Avoiding the hard thing does not protect you. It just adds a little more guilt on top of the fear you already had. So instead of feeding the fear, feed a picture of who you are becoming. Before your next meeting, close your eyes for 10 seconds. See yourself speaking calmly. See yourself finding the right word, even if it takes a moment. See yourself finishing the sentence, mistakes and all, and still feeling proud that you tried. Fear says, stay quiet, stay safe. Vision says, speak anyway, grow anyway. Fear will always walk beside you. That is normal. Just do not let it lead. Let your vision of a confident, fluid version of yourself lead the way instead. Let us bring this together because you just learned something powerful today. You learned that the perfect moment to speak English will never arrive on its own. So you have to speak while the fear is still sitting right there next to you. You learn to become the confident English speaker your future needs instead of staying the same person with the same old habits. You learn to take responsibility for your own journey instead of waiting for the perfect teacher or the perfect country. You learn that tiny daily habits repeated with patience always beat one big burst of motivation that fades by Thursday. And you learn to choose your vision over your fear every single time you feel that little voice telling you to wait. Here is the fact I want you to carry with you. Most people who give up on a goal do not quit on day one. They quit on an ordinary day when nobody is watching and the excitement is gone. Which means the version of you who keeps going on an ordinary Tuesday, doing 10 quiet minutes of English practice, is already doing something most people never manage to do. I am so proud of you for staying with me until the end of this one. This was not just an English lesson today. This was a reminder that your future English and your future life is being built right now, in this exact moment, by the small choice you make after this video ends. Tell me in the comments, have you ever waited for the perfect moment to speak English, only to realize it never came? I really want to hear your story. If this video helped you feel even a little more ready to speak up, hit that subscribe button and stay close to Spark and Speak. We are building real, confident English together, one honest day at a time. And next time, we're going to talk about something that will completely change the way you start any conversation in English, even with a total stranger. Trust me, you do not want to miss that one. I will see you in the next episode. Keep speaking, keep growing, and go make your own future.